I just wanna play, I wanna sing my song, I just wanna run and not be gone too long, 'cause this time is precious still, I wanna keep it close to me. I'm wishing on a star to make more time to see. You can always dream, you can't put your life on hold, 'cause time won't wait for you. You can always see what is here in the now, and then you'll find out how to keep dreaming. You can always dream, no one's taken that from you, only you can see it through, just like the way you do. So feed it from your soul and weigh it from both sides. The fulcrum and the tides will give direction that you'll know. You can always dream, you can't put your life on hold, 'cause time won't wait for you. You can always see what is here in the now, and then you'll find out how to keep dreaming. When you make the time, it's a game of give and take. When the balance is at stake, you need to take a look inside, look deep into your heart, and remember how it feels. It's where the answer lies and tells you what is real. You can always dream, you can't put your life on hold, 'cause time won't wait for you. You can always see what is here in the now, and then you'll find out how to keep dreaming.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Irina Kurashevitz, and I'm a practitioner here with the Celebration Center. And I am happy to welcome you all here and to let you know that we are here to bless the world with our smiles, with our light, with our love. And we start our service always telling you that everyone is welcome. So please let us know who you are and where you are watching us from. If you do it online, there is a QR code that you can use to do that. And you always can fill the cream colored card to let us know who you are if you're here in the audience. And as usual, we have a fabulous service planned for you. So, what is so fabulous? We have lots of music. And today, our music is by our beloved music director, Lynn Hollyfield. Today, our speaker, we usually have either our own minister or a guest speakers. But today, our speaker is not our minister, but he's not the guest. It's our own Jason Grenier. I will be your platform and your host. So you're sticking with me for today. And with that, I think we're ready for the opening song.
All right. Good morning, everyone. I hope you'll join me in singing this beautiful song, Divine Light Mandala by Aniki. I am created by divine light. I am sustained by divine light. I am protected by divine light. I am surrounded by divine light and constantly moving towards divine light. Hey, 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 I am created by divine light. I am sustained by divine light. I am protected by divine light. I am surrounded by divine light and constantly moving toward divine light. Hey, 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 I am created by divine light. I am sustained by divine light. I am protected by divine light. I am surrounded by divine light and constantly moving toward divine light. Hey, hey, hey.
That was a wonderful song. I heard it online last week and I was like, oh, I haven't heard that for a while. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you. Well, our philosophy, Science of Mind, is based on the conviction that prayer works. We believe that there is no way that prayer doesn't work or you can pray in the wrong way. We have our own way of praying that was kind of put in a formula, I would say, by our founder, Ernest Holmes. If you would like to experience that, you always can fill the green card and put it in a basket. And practitioners who are trained to pray for themselves and for other people, they'll take it and they will pray with you for a week. We also have practitioners, and you always can ask for what we call 1 minute miracle, and we can pray together. And if you're open for the session, also please contact the practitioners. So let's go to the time of centering and prayer in our service. Let's start with the visioning. Take a deep breath and read with me. Awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. What a wonderful vision we have. And take another deep breath in and release. And just focus on what you hear right now. The silence is here, but there are also so many sounds within it. And take a deep breath into that silence of noises. And remember that any sound that may look like distraction is always just a sign to go deeper. Take another deep breath and let it go. And focus on your heart area. Take several breaths into that area of your body in your own pace, expanding it. Relax your shoulders. Feel that flow of air through your body. It relaxes you. It softens you up. And it opens the channel to receive. And take another deep breath in. Breathe out. And listen with your heart. Ernest Holmes says, I know that the divine spirit is operating through me now. I know that I am not limited by anything that had happened or by anything that is now happening. I am entering into an entirely new set of conditions and circumstances. That which has no limit is flowing through my consciousness into action. I am guided by the same intelligence and inspired by the same imagination which scatters the moonbeams across the waves and holds the forces of nature in its grasp. And as I recognize this flow of energy as the divine power and call it God, I declare that that energy is everywhere. There is no space, no spot, no hole, no corner, where there is no God. God is all there is. There is no God and. It's all one. And as is all one, I am. I am one and inseparable from the divine. I recognize my divine nature. And from this unity with God, I know and feel the oneness of everyone with the divine power. I know right here, right now, that everyone who hears my voice is one and inseparable from the divine. I know their strength. I know their wisdom. I know their love. I know their oneness with the source of abundance of all. And I know for everyone the exception of the divine nature, the divine power. And through that understanding, I declare peace. I declare integrity. I declare love. I declare success, as there is nothing else but success in God. And I know ease and grace that every word pronounced, every action committed, created, is within divine power. I know pure and radiant health as wholeness is the essence of life, the essence of God. And accepting it, just for acceptance, I say thank you. And I go into the state of gratitude. And from there, it's so rare, it's so easy to let it be, to release it. And I do it. I release my words in the mind of God, knowing that all the prayer requests already fulfilled there. I know that peace already exists. And I simply let it be within me. And this is so. And so it is.
Okay, I'm going to do a song called Mother, I Feel You. And Monday is Indigenous Peoples Day, so I picked some music that's going to honor Native Americans. And so here we go. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, 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 ho. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, 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 ho. Mother, I hear you, river song, eternal waters rolling on and on. Mother, I hear you in a river song, eternal waters flowing on and on. Hey, 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 ho. 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 Mother, I see you where the eagle flies. Light of the Spirit gonna take us higher. Mother, I see you where the eagle flies. Light of the Spirit gonna take us higher. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, 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 oh. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat.
Thank you, Lynn. And thank you for bringing us to this native people's music. Well, this is my pleasure and my honor to introduce our speaker today. Who doesn't know Jason Grenier here? So what, shall I not introduce him? Well, there is a vast audience that is watching us. So for them, I'll let you know who he is. So he's so good, he even wrote me, his bio. And, I was allowed to twist it a little bit, right? So I want to tell you that we're excited to welcome Jason Grenier, a seeker, thinker, and creator whose path harmoniously blends the spiritual with logical. That's true. And he's doing it in a very loving and fun way. From an early age, Jason carried a deep inner knowing that there was more to this world than what could be seen or explained. A quiet, yet constant connection to a higher source that has guided him through each chapter of his life. He was raised in both Massachusetts and Rhode Island, and he loves his family. Yes, he loves them all. He loves his parents, he loves his sisters, his niece, his nephew, his grandmother. He loves his family. And it says he wrote it that he was raised. Usually people say, I grew up, but he said, I was raised. So he was raised by his family and the community around him. Now we are happy to have him here in Virginia. And he is into a world of technical consultation. We're not going into the details, but Jason is working on lots of important projects to make our life easier, nicer, kinder as the whole world. He is, well, I hope, well, no, I know that he's creating the perfect artificial intelligent agent that is going to help me in so many ways and share it will with the world. But I'm ready to test it. I can be a guinea pig. So he loves to make music. He loves to dance. He likes to cook, and he likes to have good time. And I know that right now we're going to have that good time with Jason Grenier. So please give him a round of applause.
All right. Good Sunday morning, Celebration Center. As you know, my name is Jason Grenier, and I am privileged, honored, and very, very excited to be with you today as guest speaker. And before I start, I want to acknowledge that this month has been a very special month for us because this month marks the 40th year that our doors have been open as a center. So let's give a big round of applause for that. I know that this center has been, is, and will continue to be a place of love, connection, and learning for all drawn to us. So, when I was preparing for the talk, I saw that our theme today is the Holy Land is everywhere. And coincidentally, if you don't know, we are all here. Whether you're in the room with me, viewing online in the future, or perhaps you won't ever know who I am or even what my voice sounds like. We just exist with no explanation. I mean, I can tell you how I got here, but I can't tell you how I got here. So when people hear the phrase Holy Land and think of places like Bethlehem or Jerusalem or anywhere that is basically very far away without, can't be reached without considerable effort, I invite them to read between the lines a little bit and, get a touch adventurous because I basically today want to throw a big old wrench in all of that and say that the Holy Land of the highest good isn't positioned somewhere externally or on coordinates on a map, but I believe that the Holy Land is within the body that wakes, the mind that thinks, and the spirit of life that breathes consciousness into us. Because think about it. Whether you're breathing or you're sleeping, your body just knows what to do. The spirit of life just breathes that consciousness into you for your body to handle these different states. And before I say this next statement, I want all of us to become very aware of this moment right now and what I'm about to say. We are very, very powerful beings. And we really are. So let that sink in. When we start to look at ourselves in the mirror, or maybe a metaphysical mirror, or even think about the organic matter that makes up our bodies up, I believe that when we look at this with the right set of lenses, we can see that two languages, right, science and scripture, that I know personally I've believed to be so completely different, can actually be pointed to the same exact truth. So I'm just going to look around and make sure everyone's buckled up because I think we're about to take a very wild ride, and safety always comes first. So I would like to begin with an anatomy lesson. At the center of your brain sits an organ about the size of a grain of rice, and this is called the pineal gland. And this cutesy little organ is a part of the endocrine system. And if you don't know, our endocrine system is responsible for a lot of biological processes in the body that we don't have to think twice about. So to me, when I think about the endocrine system, I think of it as almost a container for the awareness that the universe gives to us, right? Because the endocrine system is in charge of the healthy production and release of hormones, which allows us to become adults with the secondary traits. The endocrine system also gives our body the ability to grow, right? Subjectively, I'm a lot taller than I was when I was 1 year old. And it also helps us to reproduce and grow our population. So to me, when I think of all of these actions and functions that the endocrine system takes, it really is what makes us human and shapes our human existence. And out of all the cogs within the endocrine machine, I think the pineal gland, or I know the pineal gland, is unlike any other gland in the body because it sets the hormone balance, the cadence for our circadian rhythm, so our ability to have energy throughout the day and our ability to fall asleep at night. And it's now being proposed to influence our capacity for other mental states, such as sleep, mood, and other neurophysiological functions. And in fact, this year in 2025, a study was conducted called Meditation Linked to Enhanced MRI Signal Intensity in the Pineal Gland and Reduced Brain Age. And what this study did was it took a group of long-term meditators compared to non-meditators, and actually what they found is that the group of long-term meditators had a stronger signal emitting from their pineal gland than the non-meditators. And when they conducted a brain pad test, the long-term meditators actually had a lower score than the non-meditators. And I know that's a lot, but basically that's just a fancy way of saying that the long-term meditators had a lower brain age than people who didn't meditate. So as a lot of us know, meditation can enhance our mood. And I know personally for me, it allows me to have more patience throughout my day, and it allows me to feel happier. So we kind of have that shift in that emotional field that we can't really see. But now science is showing us that it actually does have an effect on our body, which we all knew that. But this may sound like newly uncovered information, but in reality, a lot of ancient civilizations actually pointed to this truth already. A lot of ancient mystics called the pineal gland the seat of the soul or the inner eye. And an easily recognizable example of this can be seen in Egyptian culture and hieroglyphics. What you're seeing on the left is the Eye of Horus, which is an icon in Egyptian culture that represents healing, protection, and divine perception. And what you're seeing in the human anatomy is the region where the pineal gland sits in the thalamus. And if you take the brain and do a cross-section and put that over the Eye of Horus, you can see that the contours and the curves of the lines of the brain are almost identical to the Egyptian hieroglyphic icon. So to me, this seems like thousands of years before modern neuroscience actually started diving into this. The Egyptian mystics depicted what we call the third eye. And they believed that this was a gateway between the physical and spiritual worlds. That the eye that can see beyond our limited physical sight is actually within our bodies. And even this translates to other sects of culture and religion as well. Even early Christian mystics within the 1st and 4th century were already using the term inner light or spiritual eye to describe perceiving God within your own body. Scripture, like Matthew 6:22, details, "If thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be filled with light." And even some other denominations of esoteric Christians believed that every month, within rhythm with the lunar cycle, the body generates a sacred secretion of energy. From where? The pineal gland. Yes, that same region in the back of the brain. And they called this energy the Christos, which means the anointed. And they believed that this essence, once generated, would travel down the spinal column, touching 7 churches as it's made its way down. And They believe that when cultivated consciously through meditation, breath work, and intention setting, that this force that had once dropped can actually rise back up the spinal column. And as it reaches these 7 churches once more, a process of refinement and purification occurred as well. And after it reaches back up to the top, it would bathe the brain in light. And this would mean that it turned from a physical substance to a sense of clarity, a sense of heightened awareness, and a deeper connection with the divine. And if this hasn't sounded crazy enough already, in later esoteric writings, they declare that these 7 churches sat approximately where the chakras are aligned in the body. And if we look at this image, we can see yet another crossover. Where each chakra lies in the body is where a major gland of the endocrine system sits, which is what we've been discussing here together this morning. So if that's not a coincidence, which I don't believe it is, I don't know what it is. I mean, it all just seems too aligned. And, doesn't this all look and sound very familiar? The rising and the falling, the spiritual practices of meditation, breath work, and intention setting that we know as sacred practices here that make us ascend and are basically answered prayers. I don't even think I need to say it. I think we all just know. And I won't say it, but what I will do is dive a little bit deeper once again and say that even when you look at scripture the right way, it mirrors this exact journey. The Jordan River that must be crossed to get to the promised land can mirror the spinal column that sacred energy must travel to achieve enlightenment. And Christ, the Anointed One, is not only a historical figure, but the spirit of life that lives within each of us. And, it's a lot to wrap your head around. I was kind of going back and forth in my head about this as I was writing, but, when you really, truly try to understand this and you look at it the right way, the body is no longer just a biological organism. It is an existence that is intentional, intelligent, and sacred. When Jesus said the kingdom of God is in you in Luke 17:21, he was not speaking symbolically. I choose to believe that he was describing a biological and metaphysical reality that we are all living in today. The divine blueprint is not something that we have to seek. It is something that already lives within each of us. And when we understand this, when we understand that the divine blueprint wasn't built by human hands, but that it's already written into our very design, it's already in our code. We already pushed it to the main branch, so there's no rollbacks. We can start to treat our bodies not as obstacles of enlightenment, but as instruments of it. There is no separation. It already lives inside of each of us. And when we live that way, our breath becomes a prayer. Our heartbeats become drums of devotion. And our nervous system seemingly becomes a highway of divine communication, guiding us to our perfect life. And then suddenly, the Holy Land isn't somewhere that seems super hard to reach, or even somewhere where we're fighting each other over it. It becomes a space that we carry within each of us, within every thought and every act of love. The truth is that the Holy Land was never meant to be a limited, fixed place on this earth. It is a field of consciousness that lives within me and within you and all of those that we will never even meet. It is in all living beings. And we're all perfect, so that's even better. So, the Holy Land like I said, it's not a place on the map. It is the intersection of where your biology and your divinity come together in complete and perfect harmony. When we remember that it's the pilgrimage of our awareness that transforms the ordinary into the sacred, that is when we have arrived at the Holy Land. And I know that a lot of this was probably new information for a lot of us, or new concepts to wrap our mind around. And if that sounded a little bit crazy to you, that's okay. I'm not going to be offended. But if you are having trouble wrapping your mind around this, I want to challenge you a little bit. And not because I want you to think that I'm right or think all of this is right, but because I think there is a deeper understanding that can be seen. And so, if I ask this from my perspective, what I would ask is, if there is one life, that life is God's life, that life is perfect, that life is my life, and I am, why would I not be naturally equipped inside of my own body to achieve natural spiritual enlightenment, ascension, and awareness myself? Because truly, the spirit of consciousness lives within each of us, and you don't have to do anything to reach for it. You just have to become aware. All right. And with that, I would like us all to enter the sacred space of prayer. So just take a deep breath in. Hold and release it. Once more, breathe in. Hold and release. And find yourself sinking into this moment, supported by the ground underneath you, the chair that you may be sitting on, or the bed that you may be sitting on. Anywhere you are, feel the support underneath you, and let that be a reminder that God is all that there is, and you are loved and supported. And just sit with that moment for just a second and continue breathing how it feels comfortable. And as I am one with this moment, I am one with God. I am one with the unstoppable force of life that always says yes. I am the peace. I am the harmony. I am the sacred charge that moves the electrons around in the atom. I am life. I am joy. I am one with God. I am one with the world around me. And as I am one with the world around me, I open doors for endless blessings in abundance, prosperity, love, friendships, family relationships, relationships in general. I feel connected with everything around me because I know that the spirit of life breathes consciousness into me, even when I am not aware of it. It is always there, and I am. And I am so grateful to have this awareness that God is all that there is, and the universe is always conspiring for me because I am a divine creature that is blessed with the power to create my reality around me. And I know that I use this incredible blessing, this incredible privilege to create my life around me, knowing that all is good and all is heard and all is done in the mind of God. And as I receive my blessings, I give my blessings to all of those around me and share this innate, pure love and light and harmony with all around me. And as I release these words into the law, knowing that they're already done and these blessings are already received, as soon as I think of it, I just let it be and I let it go. And I sit back and I watch all the blessings unfold so gratefully. I am so grateful to be who I am because I am perfect, whole, and complete because the spirit of the universe lives within me. And so it is.
That was wonderful, Jay. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to share another song that celebrates Native American traditions and spirituality. There's some very beautiful imagery in this song. It's a song called "Brother Warrior" by Kate Wolf.
Gentle warrior, with your heart like gold and a rainbow in your eyes. Brave companion, do you see the world shining in the sky? With your body dancing like an arrow, spreading joy beneath your feet, and your hands, they wave like tall grass in the wind as you speak, with the shyness of a small child and the wisdom of a sage. I tell you now, there is no reason to be afraid. Brother warrior, there are none of us who walk this path alone. Spirit healer, it's the only life that we have ever known. I see your smile in the sunlight, I hear your song in the rain, and I hold you here inside me. I feel your love, I know your pain, and at this time, when the earth is awaking to the dawn of another age, I tell you now, there is no reason to be afraid. We are crying for a vision that all living things can share, and those who care are with us everywhere.
Thank you, Lynn. Let's give Lynn more love. And let's give Jason more love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wasn't it a wonderful talk? We learned. And how did he get it into spirituality, right? Wonderful, wonderful. Harmony is in the room. So Let's talk about what are we expecting, the announcements. What is coming up? Today, after our gathering, we're going to have coffee and cookies. And if you watch us online, you can take your coffee and your cookies and join the sing along that will happen right after the short break for taking those cookies and coffee. There will be no special program after the service next Sunday because everyone is preparing for the celebration of the 40th anniversary of the Celebration Center. And then we are coming to the event of the year. 40th birthday party, October 25th from 2 to 5 p.m. at our center here in Hyde Hall. So we thank everyone who already chose to be here and RSVP'd. Please do not hesitate and continue to RSVP if you decide to come. Please do not hesitate to come if you haven't been here for 2 days or for decades. Just come and be. We will have a wonderful program. There will be an entertainment program. There will be a champagne toast. We're going to have a lovely cake. And of course, the best part of any celebration is people. So bring your energy, bring your love, bring your fun, and we will multiply it abundantly. So, and then there will be lots of important things in November. November 16th is our annual meeting. That is important for every community. So we will talk more about it. We'll give you more information about that. But for now, October 25th from 2 to 5, please be here and come and celebrate. And with that, I think that we should now go and bless all the finances, all the generosity that the Celebration Center's community shares with this center for it to thrive, for the center to be, to shine, to share, to love. And let's start it with the affirmation. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And by now you may have a question, how can I share? We have a QR code for that. You can scan it right here and you can go and donate. You can go to our website. It's celebrationcenter.org. There are lots of buttons to push, and you can choose. You can watch us on Zoom. You can give. You can pray, request a prayer. So if you want to give, there is a button for that. You can mail us your check or your money. We also can find our mail address on our website, celebrationcenter.org. And of course, your talent and your love to the center is a great gift. So please continue to share that. And we bless the prayer requests and we bless the donation. So let's go into the blessing. Yes, like Jason said, there is only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. And that life is the life of everyone right here, right now. And there is no lack and limitation, no matter what the circumstances tell us about it. I know pure abundance flowing through the Celebration Center and the members of its community. I know love that heals all. I know laughter and joy and beauty that are being expressed through our time together. And I know that it is all supported from within, from the place where there is one source, from the place where we're always connected to the divine energy within us. And I know that all the prayer requests are answered. I know that today, or no further than tomorrow, right now, as God doesn't know any future or any past, right now, the loved ones are being released and they're hugged by their families. And I know peace comes to all the regions. And we bless it as we know that so many people requested that in their prayers and still do. And it is time, it is a moment of now when all the prayer requests are being manifested. So I express my gratitude to the Celebration Center that started a journey 40 years ago for us to be here and to be able to speak our truth and to live our truth and to act our truth. So in deep gratitude, I say, and so it is. And with that, I think we're ready for the closing song.
All right. I hope you'll join in singing this beautiful song, "Celebrate" by Ricky Byers.
There is a light inside of us all, and I don't know if you know there's a light that is so bright. I just thought I'd tell you there is a light inside of us all, and I don't know if you know there's a light that is so bright, and it's time to celebrate, 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 celebrate. Come on, celebrate, 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 celebrate. There is a love inside of us all, and I don't know if you know there's a love that is so strong. I just thought I'd tell you there is a love inside of us all, and I don't know if you know there's a love inside of us all, and it's time to celebrate, 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 celebrate. Come on, celebrate, 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 celebrate. There is a joy inside of us all, and I don't know if you know there's a joy inside of us all. I just thought I'd tell you there is a joy inside of us all, and I don't know if you know there's a joy inside of us all, and it's time to celebrate, 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 celebrate. Come on, celebrate, 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 celebrate. One more time. Celebrate.
Thank you, thank you. And I want to say special thank you to Nico and Ivor because you could hear and see us because of them. Give them a round of applause, and I invite Jason Grenier to give us an affirmation for the week.
All right, remain standing and take a deep breath in with me. Hold it and release. I am living in divine harmony. I am connected with myself and all those around me. And I live in absolute light, love, and truth. And so it is.